Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
We go tonight. 180. It's a party now. It's a party now. Kill it tonight.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 9, Goff, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Super 66. Hey, Alpha. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 41.
Throwing on third, Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Good job, D. Good job.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. This is Bell. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential. But I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Bell. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
second down and goal. Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Set. Play take. Mike 58 right there.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
180. Let's put him on shell.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Cut. 180. I'm scared.
Third and 2. Gone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Showing up. Rush in.
Out of the gun. Draw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Goff. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Third and long. It's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
At the 16-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Rams nothing.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
We go tonight. 180. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Like 20. Check 55 to Mike. Hey.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's gone. This is intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Set, 19, 58, come on. All day.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Wall, alert. Six guys. Check.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
58, boy, 58, Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Texans.
Set, 19. Oh, that pinpoint down coming. Check that. Look, Mike 52 right here. 52. Watch the back. 52's the Mike, boy. 52 set. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check the backer. To the car.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Shell. Let's go, baby.
gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Goff now looks to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Caught here by Bell. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The final shot before break here. Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We go tonight. 180.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 120.
21 Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Hey, 5. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Goff now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Bell stopped up behind the line as he's going to wind up losing a couple here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
1st down, Houston.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And some room to work. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the eye. Super 1.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cook. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And now off to the races down the right side. And this will be a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe they're returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
57 to Moss.
Goff now looking to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's complete. It's Bell. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And the Texans first down.
Reset. UAT. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Bell. Bell first down and then some. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Le'Veon Bell. 45 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Here we go. 76. 76.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's going to rifle one. He's got him in. Complete. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
He's going to air it out deep for Wood. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. Looking for Woods that time. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Dante Fowler in on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Got an open man. It's QT. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. I think a free play now for Goff. Throwing right, and that's complete. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
Again, it's Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Texans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.